Mixing the color layer is the most important stage of the frequency separation workflow for skin retouch. Okay, and therefore that means that no matter how nice your separation was, or no matter how nice your cloning and editing of color and lighting can be after that, if your mixing is not right, you're not going to make good of your frequency separation. So I always insist to my learners, and you're going to hear me say this a lot: mixing is the most important aspect of the FS workflow, and you need to spend all your time and energy and dedicate it to mixing. Okay, so because once you get mixing right, everything else is going to be easy. And when you start doing this, you might need to take a lot of time on one image. I always insist on us getting the skill first, then getting the pace, because you can try to be fast as you're learning it, but you can be fast and messy. Okay, you can be fast and imperfect, you can be fast and reckless, but once you get the skill, even if you are going to be slow at it, with time you can pick speed and become faster. And just to prove that, I'm going to do this twice. I'm going to do it once without explaining, just to get an idea of how long I'm going to take to mix this face, being an experienced retoucher. Then I'm going to do the same process now, explaining what I'm doing at each particular stage. So without further ado, let me start with this. I'm going to start with the patch tool. Just patch away my major blemishes to avoid having to mix so much on them, like that. Deselect that for me, like that. Then I'm going to pick the mixer brush B. I'm going to zoom on the image, and let's start mixing. We are at 150. So remember me talking about why you need a mouse. This is why you cannot do this kind of brush motion using your touchpad. It is impossible. Because like I'm doing, I'm not every time you see me circling somewhere, I'm doing a new brush stroke. So my hand is doing a lot of this kind of motion. I'm going to show you guys when I'm going to be explaining this on the second take of it. But when I got into doing frequency separation, I will need like 30 minutes to work on one image, just to mix one image. But now, courtesy of experience and a lot of practice, I've reduced that to around, let me say, between 5 and 10 minutes, I'll have mixed an image to completion, depending on how much mixing it is going to need, and the composition of the image, and also the dressing. Because sometimes, if someone is wearing a bikini, you have more skin to mix. If someone is wearing a suit, you have less skin to mix. So how long you're going to take mixing an image is also going to depend on how the person is dressed, number one, the composition of the image, and the nature of the person's skin. Okay, because some skins are going to need more mixing than others, and others are going to need less mixing than others. Also, makeup is going to be a difference maker. A face that has makeup like this one is going to be a bit easier to mix, so you can be a bit faster as compared to a face that does not have makeup. Okay, so but regardless of the state of the face, the makeup, the size of the outfit, and the area of exposed skin, once you get this right, you can do it fast. You can do it fast, and you can do it without messing around. So one of the things that you have to do is you have to be really keen on what you're doing. That's why as I'm talking to you guys and doing this particular take, I'm not taking my eyes off the screen. My eyes are fixed on the screen, because the moment I take my eyes off and start looking at other things, checking my phone and my WhatsApp, I'm going to be slowing down my speed and my pace. So what I need to do is whenever I'm doing frequency separation, I want it to be a distraction-free environment. I do not want people talking to me, me checking my social media, or maybe watching something on the side. Maybe I can listen to some music, but anything that takes my eyes off the screen, I'm going to avoid when I'm doing FS, because I want to pay maximum attention to whatever I'm mixing on the screen. Okay, so how many minutes in? Like 3 minutes in, and I'm almost done with this part of the face. So just to give you guys an idea of what I've done so far, how to keep track of your progress when you're doing this kind of work is simply turning off and on the layer that you're working on. So I'm going to come to my color copy, turn it off, and you can see the difference that I've made in the image so far. And just to give an idea of how this looks on the final image, let me bring back my texture, and now you can see if I zoom out a bit, that is after mixing and that is before mixing. You see the difference? See the difference? Some good stuff. So let me keep working on it. So the idea is to achieve, as you can notice, before I started mixing, this skin had a lot of bumpiness. You can see it looks like it is not as smooth. So what I need to do is mix away the bumpiness until it is gone and get something like that. Okay, so I'm going to explain how this is done slowly in detail in the second take of this process, but I just want to demonstrate how it works and show you guys that it is possible for you to do this in under 10 minutes. Okay, and that comes with a lot of practice, a lot of images. I've been doing FS for the last 7 years. Sometimes because of doing my own work and also doing FS for people, I can mix as many as 100 images in a week sometimes. And that has given me a lot of speed and a lot of experience and confidence in the same. So that's why I'm able to do it this fast. Okay, so I'm not doing a perfect take of it. I might leave a few things here that should be sorted, but the purpose is just to give you guys the idea that doesn't have to take so long for you to get your face mixing done. Okay, and so you're going to notice when I get to mixing the nose, I'm mixing the nose in its direction and dimensions. So the nose goes downward, so and I'm mixing downwards like that. So whenever I'm mixing a flat area or a round area, I'm going to mix in like that. Whenever I'm mixing a straight area that goes down like the nose, I'm going to mix that particular dimension. So here I am again. I'm now on the side, on the cheeks, doing the same, just small circular strokes, getting rid of the bumpiness that I can see in the skin. So once it is gone, I go to another area, like that. So getting to this level, guys, getting to this level, it will not be easy, and it will not take a day, a week, or a month, but it is possible. So what you need to do is just do a lot of practice. Even when you don't have paid client work, just take some of your old images that you have not retouched or that you might want to retouch again and go over them all over again. Okay, because it's like driving. You see, if both of us go to driving school in this particular case is the course that I'm sharing. If both of us go to driving school and you're taught how to drive, but one of us has access to a car when they go home and they can practice over the weekend, they're going to become better drivers than someone who only relies on the driving school. Okay, so in this particular scenario, do not just watch this particular video and try it once. No, watch this video several times, refer to the ebook that I've shared to guide you guys on your separation, and do hundreds and thousands of images. Okay, do so many images that and I was sitting wrong. That's why I'm adjusting my chair. I was not sitting properly. I was bending my back a bit. So this is the right sitting position. Sometimes you forget. It's human nature, and I'm almost at the end of my image. So you're going to notice not every area of the skin needs the same amount of mixing. Some areas are going to need more, some areas are going to need less. So yeah, we always coming to the end of it, like that. I'm trying to beat time and I was not to talk because I was doing this, but I was still talking, so I've lost some time here. But anyway, let me zoom out my image, bring back my texture, and turn off my mixing. You can see. So me turn off the texture. That's the difference I made in mixing, and that is the final image before mixing and after mixing. And like you can see, I have not done a perfect job, but it is doable in under 10 minutes. So in the next video, I'm going to do the same process, but now explain what I'm doing in each of the stages. So see you in the next one.